Hey, what is up guys? In this video I have a special guest on a challenge. Joining me from Korea, team timing Sado, like really good player. He was playing CRL East. He's an insane player. He's really good in general. He had a really good win rate overall. And he was, when I asked him to come onto the channel, #1 global with Electro Giant. Right now he's #2, but still a really crazy achievement. This card was dead, but after the buff, the card is actually viable. Yesterday you saw me playing with the Electro Giant. Oh my, it's instantly dead. Electro Giant's broken. But he decided to switch the deck up a bit. I had the Night Witch, but he decided to put the cage in. The reason why he put the cage is because then the deck is more defensive. At the same time, for sure Night Witch is great in some matchups, but overall he thinks at least the cage is better because if the opponent is poisoned, it's really hard to break through, and the cage is way more defensive, and this is what all deck is about. Defending in single and then going in double and getting spicy Electro Giant pushes. If you guys don't want to miss any videos in the future, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, don't forget to use code mortenroyale, and I would say we're going to jump into the games which brought Sado to #1 global with Electro Giant. Let's go. So guys, here we are in a game against Mikan. If you guys don't know Mikan, he's one of the best players in the world. He was playing CRL, but I think right now he's kind of focusing more on content. He was at the 2018 CRL World Finals for Pornos. He's a really great player, really great guy, and he's still a really good player. This is like top 20 global gameplay, so overall, Sado really likes to wait with this deck. Even he has a barbell in hand, he could play the barbell, but he plays it like he's playing it like a golem deck. 8 Elixir Electro Giant, 8 Elixir Golem. So he's playing it like a golem deck, but the advantage from the Electro Giant is that he's doing damage to troops. So he's really great against troops like Goblin Gang, Skami, and at the same time, for sure it's less HP, but this combination between Electro Giant, or like with Electro Giant and Tornado, is insane because your opponent is going to play Inferno Dragon against Electro Giant, and you just pull it into the range. The Electro Giant is resetting the Inferno Dragon. Like overall, your opponent is playing, I'm going to stop here, a Bowler, Ice Wiz, and a Valkyrie, and you just put everything into the Electro Giant. Electro Giant is splashing everything away with the really great damage that, which he does. So this is like a really big advantage. So you don't get the biggest counter push ever. For sure with the Golem you have the death damage, but sometimes it's a problem. Okay, you get some damage with the Golem, but the opponent is a huge counter push, and the Electro Giant is killing your troops at the same time. So as I said, Sado is playing really defensive. He's controlling the game. He's not going in with Electro Giant yet. But right now he does. Why is he going in for Electro Giant? Because he knows Mikan at this point doesn't have a Mega Knight and Cycle. So it will be really hard for him. And at the same time, the Zappies are gonna die from the Electro Giant. So let's see how it's gonna work out. Opponent's gonna Fireball that. Opponent is gonna go in with a Barbarian Barrel, but at the same time, you guys see here, the Electro Giant is killing his Zappies, and look at the damage. You shouldn't underestimate the Electro Giant. But does Mika get the King 2 activation? No, he doesn't, and this is game deciding. I think now Sado tries to activate King 2 here against the Royal Ghost. Yes, he does. It's not working. That's like the first mistake he does, but it's fine. It's like not a game-changing mistake. I think he tried to activate the King Tower without getting damage at the Princess Tower, but shit happens. We're gonna continue here, and he has still a great position. So Mikan goes in with a Mega Knight over here, kinda high, to get a double split lane push with the Zappies and the Mega at the same time. Going in for high Flying Machine to snipe that. Sado is going in with aggressive lightning here. I think the lightning was great, honestly. It was fine. Wasn't like the best lightning ever, but it worked out. So going in for Barbell, kinda bad cycle right now. But this combination between Ice with Cage, Dark Prince, Baby Dragon is so good, you can defend almost anything. So Barbarian Bird is doing a great job. He's going in. Sado's now going in with Isis in the back. Baby Dragon is doing a good job over here. And I think now it's time to go in with a Tornado. He's going in with a Tornado. And what is he gonna do now? Going in for Cage. He has the Barbarian Barrel dead. Yes, he does. Now he's gonna go for Dark Prince most likely. Yes, he's there. Oh, that was a smart move. He didn't play the Dark Ones on the Ghost. He was waiting for the Warlock. So good decision here. But Mikan is coming back a bit here. Baby Dragon to the left. Barbarian Barrel to the right for Mikan. And now he's going to drop an Isis in the back. So he went once aggressive with the Electro Giant, but right now he's just defending. This is, by the way, the best cage placement against the Flying Machine. So the Flying Machine won't do any damage at the tower. Now he's dropping a barrier tank, and as I said, he's playing passive. But now he thinks like, okay, he has a elixir advantage, he has a cycle advantage, he's going in here. So let's see. Is he gonna NATO them? No, he's gonna lightning that. Oh my, he predicted the fisherman. This is insane. He predicted the fisherman. Now he's putting everything into the splash radius of the Electro Giant. Great NATO. As I said, this NATO Electro Giant combo is so strong, killing the troops. And now it's 24 HP left. He just needs to cycle back to a tornado or lightning, and he's winning the first game. Really, really great gameplay. Man, that was insane. Besides, there was like one small mistake with the king activation with the Royal Ghost, but otherwise that was beautiful gameplay. So guys, see you in the next game, and this might be a question which a lot of you people are asking. How do you beat Pekka with Electro Giant? And by the way, this strategy which he's using against this Pekka player, by the way, is Bomber, a really, really weird and interesting combination. You can copy the strategy if you're a golem player, so for sure you can substitute the golem for the Electro Giant. If you don't like the Electro Giant, or like you want to play the golem, and I think this game shows really well how to beat Pekka with Electro Giant. So you have a really great defense. You have the Ice with Dark Prince, Tornado, Barbarian Bell, so your defense is fine, but how you're going to be able to break through? So Barbarian is doing a great job. He's just going to Barbarian to support. And now he's just gonna go in with that in the bag. And I think important for him is to go in with an early king tail activation. Let's see, what's he gonna do? He's gonna NATO that. Okay, great NATO by Sado. Getting like a amount of value, a great amount of value out of the tornado and the dark prince at the same time. But now he needs to go in with a cage, but dark prince would have connect, so your opponent still has to use a zap on that. So I think now you're going in with a Ice Whiz and Barbarian Barrel. Great defense overall, and at the same time, this is like a nice thing about this deck. You still have a counter push with the Barbarian Barrel, with the Barrier Tank and the Ice Whiz, so your opponent has to defend it with a Royal Ghost and a Barrier Tank. I think that's what you're gonna do, going in with a Barrier Tank, and now going in with a Ghost. Okay, he's not gonna go in with a Ghost. Wow, okay, didn't expect that. Your opponent knew it, I didn't know it. Great defense, but now he's going really aggressive with Pekka. I don't really like that. Sado's just going in with a great Electro Giant kite, but he still has to defend the Pekka, so I'm really interested to see what he's going to do against it. He's going to play a Bomber most likely, but look at the damage. Look at the damage, guys. Is he going to NATO that? I would NATO that. He's not going to NATO, he's just going to decide to like that. And how much damage did the Electro Giant do? I can't believe that. How broken is Electro Giant? How broken is Electro? I love this card. I really like this card, and I hope you don't mind that I upload like 2 videos of the same win condition in a row. But I want to show this gameplay. This is great gameplay, and this card I really like it. And as I said in another video from me, I really like to have new things in the game. And seeing a card which was dead the last few weeks or the last meta in general getting played, I love that. So he's going for barrieling in the back, he's just going defensive here. And maybe try to lightning cycle. This is going to be great lightning, he's going to take it, great lightning, and at the end I think he's just going to NATO lightning cycle the opponent out. And how is the opponent going to be able to break through Ice with barrieling, tornado, Barbarian Barrel? So he's going to tornado that. This is a great NATO going in with a great Dark One's. Dark One's getting so much value. And I think right now he just needs to go in with an Electro Giant at the bridge or with a Baby Dang in the bag and then lightning cycling. This game is over. The opponent can't win anymore. He knows that. So he's going for Pekka at the bridge. He's just gonna drop an Ice Whiz. And even if the opponent is poisoning the Ice Whiz, it's a negative flick rate. At the same time, the Ice Whiz is killing everything. So is he gonna NATO that? Yes, he does. Now you guys see what I meant with the tornado. Because of the tornado, everything dies. This is insane. The Pekka dies. The Pekka dies from Electro Giant. This is huge. So going for high Ice Whiz here to catch up to kill the Baby, then going for Barbarian now onto his Ice Whiz. And what's he gonna do? He's gonna drop a Pekka over here. Is he gonna lightning deck? No, he's not gonna overcommit here. I think we can fast forward the game because it's kinda over. He's just gonna defend here. Going in for Ice Whiz, going in for Barbarian Ball, going in for tornado. This is like great defense. Even if the opponent would have connected here, it wouldn't really make a difference. He's just going with a lightning over here. He's just playing defensive here and is using the tiebreaker rule as advantage here. going for another tornado, which is great, killing all the troops, like most of the troops at least, going for high cage. The opponent gets a b-rad connection, but it doesn't really matter. Going for Beirut, going with that, going for cage. He's winning the game 2-0 for Sado. This was great. So guys, here we're in the last game for this episode, and this is going to be a tough, spicy matchup. But in this matchup especially, we'll see the strength of the Electro Giant. Opponent's playing Giant Skeleton Tornado. So this is not easy for sure. This is not an easy matchup. Giant Skeleton is really annoying. Opponent just goes off with Hawk. Sado is going to go for Tornado, and let's see. Is he able to? Yes, he does. Perfect placement. If you play the Tornado like that, opponent is not going to get any hits with the Hawk. That's a +1 elixir trade. I'm really interested to see, like, defending will be not that difficult to be honest in this matchup, but I'm really interested to see how is he going to break through. Giant Skeleton, Nado, Knight, Skami. Yeah, Skami is annoying for a normal golem player, but you have the Electro Giant. The Electro Giant is killing that. So let's see. I think we're going to fast forward until someone is doing anything. Okay. Now he's going to drop a Skami. Going in with the Barbarian Brawl. He's just going to log it most likely. No, he's just going to ignore it. Taking a hit. Now he's going to log the tower for chipping away. And let's see. Going in. Is he going in for cage? He's playing really passive. So this is like a really big note for you guys. Playing the deck passive. Note it down, please. Write it down on your phone, on your notebook, on your iPad, if you want to improve with Electro Giant. So he's going to go in with a Giant Skeleton in the back. Really random, I feel like, why he waited for like 30 seconds and going in now with the Giant Skeleton. Really interesting move. I wouldn't have done it, but I'm not the best with it. He's the best with this deck. He is constantly in the top 100 in the world with his deck, and his deck is really, really weird. So he's going in aggressive here because he knows the Goblin Brawler is going to die. Oh, that was a great Nado. That was a really, really great Nado. For sure, Sado defended it perfect, but you need to appreciate your opponent's plays as well. This is like a really important thing for you guys if you want to improve in Clash Royale. Sometimes copy the plays from your opponents, or you need to be honest. You can't just always say, oh, he countered, he was lucky. You need to say, or like you need to kind of adjust to that, or you kind of need to see that your opponent's doing well plays as well, and this is what he did. Great Tornado by Dennis. So he's going in for Fireball over here, and the Giant Skeleton is gonna kill everything. Anyway, he's going for Wizard, he's just gonna lightning it straight up. Baby Lang is surviving, great lightning, great reaction time. So what's he gonna do next? Man, this is interesting. He's gonna Nado that, he has to leak something, that's annoying. Is he gonna drop an Electro Giant now in the back? Yes, he does. Same lane as the Giant Skeleton. Okay, this is interesting. I would have maybe played an opposite lane, but I'm not the best Electro Giant player in the world. So, he's going in for Baby Lang in the back. Then the opponent's going in all in here, kinda. Okay, but now you guys see the strength of the Electro Dragon, killing everything. Whoa, the Nado, dude. Giant Skeleton Nado, that hurts. But the opponent has to defend this, he's going for Giant Skeleton. I don't think he's going to drop an Electro Giant, no, I think he's just going to slow with an Ice Wisp. And the opponent's going to log. He's going to Hawk. That was a great Barbarian Barrel. Turning the Giant Skeleton around so the Hawk is tanking. And the tower is attacking the Hawk. That was a great play. And now he's going to slow roll. So far, no Electro Giant connection. But the opponent doesn't have Giant Skeleton cycle yet, so most likely he's gonna drop a lightning now. Yes, great lightning hitting the wizard. I think it's like important for him to hitting the wizard because it's so annoying. But as I said, the death bomb is not that nice. But it has still some HP, so let's see. Is he gonna get a connect here? I think he's gonna get a connect, or? No, he didn't, okay. How is he going to break through in triple elixir time? In triple elixir time it's even easier for an opponent to defend in my opinion, because he can spam more Giant Skeleton. So he's using Electro Giant as a tank in this situation. Okay, killing the wizard, this is like great. Going for lightning hit, I think he's like going over now, or like he's not trying to get Electro Giant connects, he's more using it as a tank and killing the opponent's troops. Maybe get some chip, but overall it's going to be over lightning and maybe at the end of the game Tornado cycle. So he's dropping an Electro Giant at the bridge because he knows the opponent doesn't have anything in cycle. So let's see. Oh, great Nado by Sado. He needs to drop. He can't drop a Skami, and he knows it. He knows that he can't drop a Skami. Lightning is coming down. Skami is not doing anything. Skami is immediately gonna die. He's dropping a Dark inside the bridge. Oh my, no, you're not doing that. Oh, wow, what a tornado! The building is connected to the tower. This is it, guys. Lightning from Sado. Fireball. 30 HP. He did it. What an insane game by Sado. If you guys don't want to miss any videos in the future, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate it. I'm gonna see you one of my next videos. Peace out and goodbye. Peace out. Bye, guys. Thanks for watching.